Okay, iOS 14 was just released. It's been a long-awaited update since it was first introduced at Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference in June. Now I'm going to get right into it here and show you why you should update and the top 5 features you should start using on day 1. All I ask is that if you are enjoying the video at any point, feel free to click that like button. It really does help the channel. All right, now there's probably more than 100 new features. Apple has outlined it all in major areas such as the experience overall. So we're talking widgets, compact calls when you get phone calls. The look is a little bit different. Picture-in-picture, updates to messages with pinned conversations and mentions and inline replies, and of course, the new Memoji styles. Then there's maps with electric vehicle routing, which is pretty cool. And the new Translate app, enhancements to Siri with a new compact design as well, and much, much more. But let me show you my favorite features early on. Let's start with widgets. I got to imagine Android users are laughing a little bit at iPhone right now because widgets have literally been around for years and years on that side. To some extent, Apple has had that, but only now are they allowing us to bring those widgets over to the home screen. This is a great addition. You can edit your home screen to add more widgets. Right now, there's a limited selection, but I imagine there are lots coming with third-party developers. You can select 3 different size variations for widgets, and you can place them anywhere on your screen. I've got a few that I thought would be fun to start with. I've got the news, so I can get a few news articles here and there. Activity, so I can see if I'm going to close my rings. Time zones, photo memories, and what Apple calls the Smart Stack, surfacing important information at the right time for you. We'll see how that one works. That'll be kind of a wait and see type of one. But there's a ton of great widgets, and I've had a lot of fun with this so far. Now, let's take a look at messages. The 2 features that I think I'll be taking advantage of are, first of all, pinned messages, which lets you pin up to 9 conversations at the top with somewhat of a larger footprint. And I think that's great considering most of us have the same few people that we text literally most of the time. And so it just makes it easier to get at that. Now, secondly, you have some conversation improvements, such as the ability to tag a particular person, or you can write inline replies, also known as starting a thread. And these are really kind of standard messaging tools in other applications. So it's nice to see Apple being able to get that into the Messages app. Now, picture-in-picture. This is a good one. And now you can start watching a video on a particular app. You can put that video into picture-in-picture mode, and you can now move back to the home screen or even other applications. And you can move the video tile around, or you can even pinch to make it bigger or smaller. And right now this will work with all of Apple's apps, especially the Apple TV application, but I'm sure it'll take some time for third-party developers to support the feature. And I can see doing this all the time, especially if YouTube decides that it's going to support the feature. Even if they just reserve it for YouTube Premium, I would be all over that. Lastly, kind of a simple thing, but something folks have been asking for literally ages on iOS, and that is the ability to change your default email and web browsing applications. I've got a few browsers installed, so now I can choose from Safari, Edge, or Chrome. Now I do use Gmail, and at the time of recording, Gmail does not yet support this feature to set it as the default application. I imagine that they will definitely be updating that shortly, so I'll be waiting patiently for that. And that's it. Those are the iOS 14 features that I've really taken advantage of so far. So we're talking about widgets, which are fantastic, messages improvements, so pinned messages, and in-conversation improvements like tagging and starting threads, picture-in-picture so you can watch video, hopefully so you can watch videos like this while you're doing other things on your phone, and changing the default email and web browsing applications. And that's just 5 of the many features in iOS 14. That's kind of things that stood out to me off the bat. If you haven't updated already, I encourage you to do so. I'm not seeing any major issues with bugs or performance, and there's a lot of great features. So click that like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more Technology Paul. We'll see you in the next one.